Are we recording? Awesome. Okay, we're recording. All right. Brenda, thanks for hopping on.
Always.
All right. So I wanted to give just a few things of information, kind of announcements up front. So we are getting momentum on our team. Like Brenda and I are on in a Rise Up Rockstars group. I know last month I tried out the Marco Polo group with the new coaches that have been hopping on, trying new things just to stay in touch, stay in communication, help each other, because momentum feeds momentum, and energy feeds energy. Like, it's been so exciting to be in this group and feed off of that energy, and coming off of a crazy time like last month. Now we're kind of regulating in this different season of life with Corona and stuff, but our business has shown to excel, like mega excel, in this type of an environment where people need a solution, they need a community, and it has been so dang exciting to be a part of this. Like, last month was my best month ever, because I think I just dug in and really started, like, I mean, I've been able to be fairly consistent, but like just connecting, I guess, on a deeper level. We all are on the same playing field to some extent, because we've all been uprooted from some type of routine. And it's a cool thing that it unifies us in, you know, even though it's a hard situation to go through, we're all navigating through it together. So how are we navigating through it? Like, if you're finding it as a way to, you know, kind of step back, you're not going to find the opportunity in it as much as other people will, who decide to really dig in. And so that's what I kind of decided. I for the first week, I was kind of in denial, like, what the heck, all my kids all over all the time, totally cramping my groove. But then I was like, okay, how are we going to deal with this? And I think just taking that as an opportunity to say, okay, this is a new normal for right now. And last month was that kind of time to just dig in where I could and know that it wasn't going to be perfect, and give myself grace when I needed it, but still try to get the essentials in the business. And it's amazing what happens when you just stay consistent. So it's exciting times, lots of momentum, and I'm super excited about a few things that I wanted to talk about. So me, Madison, Debbie, and Shawnee are going to, our goal is to start running calls together, like with our downline, the Emerald in 24-hour calls, the coaching info calls, and the getting started right calls. We just want to like step up, because we're at the point in our businesses where we need to step up and we need to be leaders, and it's cool, because as you assume that role in your head, it all starts in your mind. When you say, okay, I got to step up my game and lead this thing, it's amazing what happens. And so just be on the lookout, because you guys are going to have the opportunity to be a part of this as well and own it more. And I think with that, it's going to give us more opportunity to feel like, yeah, like step into the coach role. Like, I am going to be the one sharing about my coach story on the next call. So I'm going to step up. So that's really exciting. And Madison has started running just timed power hours. I want to start doing it too. I've been hopping on hers, and it's been super helpful. We have lots of resources for just digging in and starting to work. And the idea of the power hour is to get you into the actionable things that will help you create momentum in your business. I can totally tell the difference when I hop on with a disciplined, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the next 10 minutes. You know, like when you space things out, say, I'm going to follow up for 10 minutes. I'm going to invite for this long, versus sitting down and saying, I'm going to work. And then I'm like, checking message threads and responding and chatting with people. I'm like, what did I even do? And I still need that structure. And so as I post in the threads, like different opportunities to hop on power hours or whatever, wherever you can, hop on a live power hour. It is so helpful, just to keep you on track and realize that this really isn't a complicated business. It's just a matter of doing the basics and doing them repeatedly. Another exciting thing, so as we were talking, me, Madison, Shawnee, and Debbie, we are going to do a couple things in the fall, given that Corona is out of the way. So we're going to have a team building retreat, like sleepover type thing in October for whoever's able to come. And it will probably be more local people. I'll be over in the West, unfortunately, for Brenda and a few others. But okay, so that's in October for like whoever wants to come, but we just wanted to have something fun to look forward to. Then November, we are putting it out in the universe. We are going to have a retreat where you qualify based on your rank. So ranking up. And it's going to be all of us and our downline. So it'll be the weekend of, our plan is the weekend of November 12th. Let's see, 12th, 13th, 14th. That's a like Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday. And I'm just so excited. It's something that I'm like visualizing right now, and that I'm going to be just like, I envision you guys there and doing retreats and things together. Like when I went on my first retreat, I just couldn't help but think how much I wanted to have something like that for my own team. And we're going to rent a place in Park City, Utah. And the people who are like needing to travel, we're going to, for hitting Success Club, you'll earn a little bit of travel cash. So if you hit Success Club 5, then you'll get $10 of travel cash. And if you hit Success Club 10, you'll get $20 of travel cash each month from now till November. So that's like this month, I think that's six months, 5 or 6. So you've got to qualify by that time. So leveling up, hitting Emerald, and then if you're Emerald, you got to hit Diamond. And we're going to have so much fun. I'm so excited. It's going to be a place that will accommodate all of us together. We're going to have, there's the Utah offices, corporate offices for Beachbody. I've already been in contact with my mentor, who is in the Utah office, about getting us through a tour there so we can see the Utah office. It's super cool. I've been there before. And he said they're not quite sure when Super Saturday will be. So we may need to shift things around, but he said he put it on his calendar, and then we'll just keep in touch when Super Saturday is going to, or Super Weekend is going to happen. Oh, Robin's on. We'll wait for Robin. Make sure it pops in.
This is so dang exciting.
I'm so pumped. Hey, Robin. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so we're talking about some cool stuff. I'll let you, I'm recording it, so I'll let you just catch up from now. Anyway, so we're gonna have a corporate tour and just be able to really soak in time together, and that's gonna be amazing. So like a place in Park City is amazing. I know that there are some activities there in the area. There's like alpine slides, like some fun things. We'll figure out something fun to do while we're there. And I like, this is the time. This is like game on. We have some goals. Let's work toward it and make it happen, because we deserve it. Like, we're putting in the work, and when we put in consistent effort, we should get rewarded. And so like, I'm getting chills, but so we're also going to have, if you guys know Ashley McClellan, she has agreed to come she's a powerhouse. She's agreed to come and speak at our retreat, like give us all the fire. And she lives local, so she's just going to come up and be a part of it. And then Melissa Brewer, who's one of Micah's leaders, she's like a 10-star coach, has also agreed to come and chat with us. And whether she does like a Zoom, I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it, but like we are putting the wheels in motion. Debbie's already looking up places in Park City that we're going to go. So Travel Cash is out there when you hit Success Club. And I mean, it'll help you to like, you know, get a ticket, help you with your travel, whatever. So that is going to happen. So our first time that we're going to do a combined call is going to be Tuesday for our Emerald call. So Emerald in 24 hours will be Tuesday. I got to get my calendar, the 12th at 10 Mountain Time, I think. Anyway, just watch for the thread, you know, message on it. But Emerald call, and then what we really want to do is just lock arms and like be leaders together. Like I'm nervous even like leading and stepping into that role, but it's so exciting too because I know that you guys are awesome and like we can do this together. It's not complicated. We just as we put our energy together, we can make incredible things happen. And I've already seen that. Like it's so tangible. It's so fun to lock arms. So those are, I think, the things that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to share a little bit because I know a lot of you guys are newer and those who are watching the recording may relate to how I started. So when I started as a coach, I was super nervous and didn't quite know what I was doing, but I had watched Micah for a few years and saw that she was doing amazing things and I wanted some of that. And I knew it was something cool. And so I jumped in and I remember like one of my first shifts after starting as a coach, I was working as a nurse, like trying to do the things in the cracks of my day. And I was like, I just had this moment of like, oh my gosh, am I actually a coach? Is this me? Just like this out of body feeling like, I don't know if I want to do this. I was just nervous and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel inadequate. Like, who am I to say I'm a coach? I was so nervous to even say my business. I would say it like, well, my business, like, not really, but you know, like, okay. Like I wouldn't even take myself seriously. I didn't give it the respect it deserved. And it took me a long time to wrap my head around like stepping into this role and actually doing it and actually being a coach. And I tell you that because I think maybe you could be experiencing the same thing and like, well, I could just tap out now and like be good. I didn't really do much and like no harm, no foul. I tried it. We're fine. But dig in. Like this opportunity has been on your heart for a reason. And I promise you, as you just share in your stories, as you just share with your neighbors when you see them outside, since everyone's needing fresh air right now, when you just dig in and just decide that you're going to do this, it will work for you. When you're in limbo, like I was still like, I actually had, you know, some successes I started, but there was a moment where I was going to tap out. And then a girl came to me and she's like, hey, you're doing Beachbody, right? I want some shakes. And I'm like, well, dang, I guess I can't tap out because she just asked me for something and I guess I better do this. Like I was that close to quitting. And then, you know, she signed up and then a friend from college who already had Beachbody but didn't know her coach was like, hey, I'll join, you know, your group. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. How do I even do this? Okay. And what I'm saying is start messy, start like just talking and engaging and believing in yourself and just consider this like your job. Like any new job, any new thing you do, there's going to be a huge learning curve and a lot of energy in the learning process. And you're going to have a lot of questions. I'm here for you. And we are here for each other. Brenda's been around the block and has been able to help and build her team. And as we just do it, you learn what kind of a groove works for you. But I want you to draw a line in the sand and just commit to doing this tracker. I need to be consistent with this too. Like, and just make sure, like, I still need this to like help me make sure, okay, did I do the things I needed to move my business forward today? And just starting somewhere and creating that belief in yourself. Because when we take action, we build confidence. And it's like, oh, there's this, it really is a thing. I started over time. It took me several months to start calling it my business. And, when we applied for a car loan, I was like, I put my Beachbody business on there and the income I got, because that was something. And, it is substantial. It is a business when we treat it that way. So those are some things. So then I started treating it more like a business and started gaining a little bit more momentum. And then it's just a matter of like, I then was like, okay, I better build like a team page and name this team of mine. And when you start to formulate or materialize this thing that you're desiring, it comes to pass. Like you start drawing people. It's amazing what happens when you decide, like, this is the team I want. This is the type of person that I want. I'm going to envision my team growing and building their own business, solid businesses. I have like this vision that includes us being a 15-star diamond team and doing retreats at Bear Lake, which is going to be by the place where I live, and being able to like do life together for the long haul, because these kind of relationships are more than just business. It's like doing life together, empowering each other, lifting each other up, building up, keeping each other on track, reminding each other of our vision and of our goals and what we want out of this. And I need to do better as a leader to tap into that with you guys and communicate and ask you what you really want out of this. But we can create whatever we want. And so as I started to formulate that, I thought about my team name, and Team Generate Your Fate. I decided on that because that's what this business is all about. Like, we get to be the boss of whatever we want to build with this. We get to generate our fate and show up like we like the business that we want to build. And so it's grown over time, and now I feel like there's so much momentum on our team, so much potential for us to lock arms and run and really create these good habits, support each other in these good habits, and jump on power hours together, and just empower each other to know that we can impact the lives of so many people as we lock arms and do this. So anyway, I just see so much potential. And here, like now, I fully own the fact that I run a business. And, that's something that I can take a little ownership in, and pride and excitement. And when we fuel our own fire and come together, it helps us to have that mindset of a leader. And so I just have you ask yourselves, what would I want? How would I want my rock star coach to show? How would I want my rock star coach to show up and be that coach? Because when we decide that we're going to be our own best, challenger and coach, then we're going to draw the people that we want into this. It's amazing how it happens, but it's so true. It takes some faith. It takes some practice. It takes practicing the power hour. Just, we initially we're working for pennies, but it grows over time. You're putting in a lot of hours and you're not seeing much in return. And that's part of it. That's how it was for me. Like, you can have some quick wins. Some people initially, who want to sign up and share, and then it takes the consistency of just doing these things, connecting with people, even though you're not like, having them join your team right then. You're planting all the seeds and it comes back to you, whether it's that person that you've connected and spread awesomeness to, or someone else. It always comes back around when you just decide that this is what you're going to do, and you put in the work and show up consistently. And the best part of this is just that we get to grow as humans and just grow our mindset. And so in all of this, always protect your mindset. And if you're feeling in a funk, turn on personal development ASAP. That's what I've learned. When I have kind of some different vibes of personal development, and I can kind of tap into like, okay, how am I feeling right now? Is it mom life that's just overwhelming? Okay, I'm going to read a personal development book. Slay Like a Mother has been the one I love reading when I'm just needing something in my corner to help me realize I'm not in this alone, and I can do this, and I can still rock my, mom life, even when I make mistakes, all of that. Then there's things when I'm needing more of a push in my business just to go, then I'll read something else. So like, just being in tune with what you really need and keeping that message going in your brain is super helpful. Always protecting your mindset, and because we're never all gonna be like 100% engaged and excited all the time. I guess that's just kind of what was on my heart that I wanted to share. So I'll open it up if you guys have any like questions about anything, what we've talked about, or things that you're working on or anything like that.
I wanted to clarify for the retreat. So is it diamond, or is it like a new coach if they rank up to emerald because they're ranking up at all? Or is it everyone needs to be diamond?
Yeah, ranking up. So
Okay.
with that, I need to work out a few more details, because if you get emerald like now, you still have like 5 months to get to diamond. And so yeah, we're gonna have to just do a little bit of like hashing that out detail wise, because emerald is just a decision to like find 2 coaches, and then it shouldn't take 5 months, right? So we'll take that into consideration, but we want it to be something that is like out there that you have to work toward,
So maybe keep in mind, I don't know, Ruby or something like that too, for
Yeah.
like the brand new coaches.
Yeah. See, and then
I don't know. I'm just curious. I want to make sure I'm portraying information correctly, because I'm so excited to tell my coaches about this. So
for sure.
I want to make sure I'm giving the right information.
As of right now, our discussion has just been ranking up. So for new coaches, that would be emerald. For emerald coaches, that would be ranking up to diamond. But I don't want to give the standard. Like, I don't want to lower the standard and just say, okay, I'm emerald, I'm done for the rest of 5 months, right? So it might be a little bit more of a personal, like, I don't know. I'll have to clarify that and kind of see what we want to do about that, because all of you guys who are on right now can totally have diamond as your goal, and that's what we want, because we want it to be a push goal that you guys can do, and having that fuel and kind of like something to look forward to work toward That helps so much to just take action, take out the, disbelief, and just say, okay, game on, let's do this. And you guys are all capable of doing that. So, good question. Anything else? I'm trying to think what other questions I have. What have I been getting? Robin, do you have any questions? Trying to think of questions that I've been messaging back and forth with people individually. You understand like what it is to do a power hour. You've been on some power hours, Robin. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's I'm getting used to. It's so funny when you show up like 5 minutes late and you're like, why is everybody silent? Like, what is going on?
I know, it's kind of a unique culture that way.
Yeah, now I know. So.
And it really...
I'm still going to watch last night's movie after this.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it just takes practice. And it really does. Like, it really just takes belief and faith that what you're doing is going to matter. Because it's so easy to do the things on the tracker, but it's also so easy not to do them. And like, I don't know if the newer coaches know, but the backstory behind like this actual tracker, Beachbody actually did a survey, a very extensive survey of the people who were producing more income year over year, and the activities, the things that they were actually doing, the income producing activities. This chunk of the tracker, connecting, inviting, following up. And like this tracker is an outline from their research. And so like, when you do it consistently, consistency breeds belief and momentum, and it will get you where you want to go. And when you do more of those things on the tracker, that's when you see the faster growth. So I have to remind myself too, like, okay, we just have to think forward, think ahead. Like, okay, if I have a 15-minute window, maybe kids are playing outside, I don't know. That doesn't always work for me because I can't check out. One of my visions is like having a backyard where they can play, and we're working on making that happen when we move.
So lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when there's an older child that's a little more responsible, like just look after the tiny one or whatever.
Oh yeah, that doesn't always happen. My oldest is not always the one that's responsible, but
how old is he? Like 8?
7.
7. Still middle older.
Yeah. So, but like identifying a chunk of time and saying, like, labeling it. It's so powerful. What you can.
My baby's nap time, like nap time is work time.
Yeah, exactly. And when you sit down and you expand, you'll learn. Like, I'm going to expand for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to connect for 10 minutes, and you set a timer. Like, when you claim that time as with a certain action, you can do so much to move your business forward. It doesn't take working it all day. So anyway, just some things that I need to work on myself. Like when I'm nursing my baby, that's a solid 10, 15 minutes at least that I can sit and devote to 1 or 2 tasks and just move the needle forward in some way. And what that does is it drops a little drop of confidence in your bucket. Like, okay, I did that. I took action. And then you can have more headspace for other things that you need to do. And it's just amazing what happens when you do just take action. And we all find ourselves in that funk sometimes of like inaction, when like, oh, I'm so like, you start, the negative self-talk comes in. If you get stuck in a funk, lean into our group. Tell us in the thread, like message me, let me help you. Because it's just like our mind is like a muscle too. And as we find ourselves going in those ruts, and then we practice pulling ourselves out and just reprogramming the language in our mind to positivity, and like, let me count my wins instead of like rehash what I've done or not done in the day. um, that's what helps us to stay out of those funks. And I'm just saying, because I've had plenty of them. And when we try to level up, we're going to meet resistance. It's not easy. Like what we do to really build, if you've got plans for this to be something that really grows and becomes, a flourishing team, and all of that, like, you're going to meet resistance, and you're going to come up against, like, here I am, here's where I want to be. How am I going to get there? Like, what's this gap? And an amazing speaker at one of our Beachbody events said, like, okay, so you're in the middle. I'm going to try to like center my screen. Like, here's where you were. Here's where you've come through being a coach and the things you've learned, and you want to be here. There's a gap. When you want to level up to this place, you have to look behind. So like, look at where you started, and you have to respect that gap of how far you've come. A lot of times we can see the gap to where we want to be and just think it's not going to happen because it's so far out there. And depending on your goals, it might be really far out there. But appreciating where you've been is going to help you take action to get to where you want to go and where you will go over time. I just think, like, when we commit to be lifers in this, what do we have to lose? Like, when you really think about it, if you keep showing up and keep building that momentum, putting the drops in the bucket, planting all the seeds you can, in 20 years, where are you going to be? Healthier, happier, like, have a community of women who are doing this with you, and you're growing your team still, no matter how long it takes. Like, you're going to be further along than you would if you just like gave up and decided not to do it. Like there's no, it's risk free, and there's only growth ahead. It's kind of cool to think about. And so I'm really excited, and for the things coming up. I have so much belief in this process as I've gained confidence and seen it work. And when you start to get messages of like, Becca, I lost 10, this girl last week doing 80 day with us, she's like, I've lost 7 pounds already doing To Be Mindset and 80 day obsession. Like, thank you. When you get messages like that, it just like, that just fuels my fire. Like, how many other people need this in their lives? I'm going to go find them, and they're going to love this, and they're going to be lifers with me. And we create that vision, and we talk about it, like creating this, writing down, like, I show up every day on social media to be a light to people. I invite people to join me in this opportunity because I know it's life-changing. And I know that as I show up and work on my journey, I'm going to influence and impact the lives of all the people around me. And we're going to level up together. Like, you need to speak that belief into yourself and speak it into your teams, because it's true. Like, I've seen it too many times to deny the fact that when you show up and you speak life into what you're doing every day, and you have that confidence that what you're doing matters, you're going to succeed. It doesn't matter how big that gap is, how long it takes you to get there. As long as you're taking action, like, that's what matters. So I guess I'll leave you with that. I just feel like sometimes it's important to share my heart, because I want so much for our team, and I would love, like, maybe I'm playing too small, but I want to be a 5-star team for sure. 5-star elite team this year. And what that means is helping you guys hit Success Club every month, at least finding 3 people to help you or that you can help. And then that you guys are building your businesses, that I'm able to mentor you in a way that things click for you, that you're taking action and catching on and helping people and just doing it. Like, that's basically what an elite is. It's helping your teammates help people to help people to help people, like, you know, and then leading from the front and helping people get started each month. Hitting Success Club myself, like, you know, I have my own business goals for my business, but I want to help you guys see the success that you want out of this, because it works when you do. So anyway, I think that's it. Do you guys have anything else, or are we good? Okay, sweet.
That was really good. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks so much for hopping on, and
Always love hearing from
I
you.
am going to work on leveling up where I can and leading from the front, and it's exciting. It helps me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more and meet that edge of where I need to grow and keep growing. So if you guys need anything, obviously I'm always there, message in the threads and stuff, and I'll get this recording in our thread. Thanks
Hey,
for,
can I take a photo of us?
oh, of course. Stop the recording.
Yeah, you take the photo and then I'll tag me and then I'll tag, you know.